Urban legend. A humorous or horrific story or piece of information circulated as though true, especially one purporting to involve someone vaguely related or known to the teller. Urban legends exist in all parts of the world and are circulated from person to person. They tell of hauntings, murders, and can even be humorous as well. Some are true and others are not, or at one point were based on a truth. The United States of America is over 244 years old and is made of 50 states. Each state has its own story and culture to it, including its own urban legends. Urban legends that span a variety of supernatural and paranormal tales. From hauntings, cults, strange unknown beasts, to murderous killers, let us delve into the legends of these states. Welcome to Innocence Unknown. California, the Golden State, known for its sunny beaches and the place you go to become famous. The home of Hollywood and where all the movie magic happens. However, it has a darkness as well. Home to some of the most famous serial killers such as Charles Manson, and it is also home to a very cursed and haunted place known as Turnbull Canyon. Spanning 49,000 acres of beautiful mountain landscape, filled with miles of hiking and mountain biking trails, Turnbull Canyon in Puente Hills, California is a great place to visit for many an outdoor activity. However, that is if you're willing to deal with the many strange happenings and hauntings of the area. Known by the native tribes as the Hutakna, or the Dark Place, the region has one dark and haunted history. The natives considered the place a forbidden ground and refused to even step within it. When the Spanish began to settle in the land, their missionaries came to the area and cared next to nothing for the warnings of the natives. These people were forced to enter the forbidden land, where they were either forced to convert to Christianity or be killed. Believed that by forcing these people to face their fears of the land, that they would accept this new faith. Instead, they accepted their own fate and refused to convert. To this day, many walking through the canyon feel that of 1,000 eyes are watching them, as if the natives still reside in the place. This is only the beginning of the troubles that lie within Turnbull Canyon. There are tales of people witnessing black-robed individuals lurking, and there is many a story told about a cult in the canyon. The cult is known thus far for kidnapping and sacrificing children, and to this day many claim to see the spirits of these children wandering the canyon. One undocumented account, a man claimed to have stumbled upon these cultists performing a strange ritual with a child hung upside down on a cross. However, this cannot be proven. At one point, there was even an insane asylum in the canyon, built back in the 1930s, and later burned down, and perhaps one of the darkest of events was the crash of Flight 416, which resulted in the deaths of all of its 29 passengers. Many believe this crash was due to the evil that lurks within Turnbull Canyon. The canyon has even had its share of hidden murder victims. 2 women found in 2002 and 2011. As said before, today, many claim to see the eyes of others staring down at them as they venture within the canyon. There is many claiming to see the sightings of children wandering the land. One may look to see a child standing in the distance only to see them vanish the second you blink. One area of the place, there is a tree, known as the hanging tree, where many have seen the bodies of others hanging from the branches, only for them to disappear as if they were never there. Some see the mysterious hooded cultists in the place, and others have even claimed to bear witness to strange lights in the sky. The list continues to go on with Turnbull Canyon. Perhaps the stories are just that, stories. However, true or false, it would be wise to stay vigilant when deciding to visit Turnbull Canyon. where you never truly know what lies within this dark canyon. Colorado is home to many an urban legend and other dark tales, but it is a stretch of road that which is considered to be the most terrifying road within the state. It is home to not only a dark past, but home to those that suffered that dark past, as they still roam at night, and often one can catch a look at them, or even have interacted with the past residents of that home. The road is known as Riverdale Road. Stretching 11 miles between Thornton and Brighton, Colorado, this road has many stories to tell, as well as many a spirit to see and visit. One such spirit is the ghost of a jogger that was sadly struck and killed by a passing vehicle. Now many that are walking along the road or jogging themselves have claimed to hear a loud heartbeat, or even the sound of footsteps while passing through. For those driving through, though, have experienced the feeling of hitting someone or something, yet there is nothing there. Another spirit seen along the road is a phantom 70s Camaro speeding the roadway. Riverdale Road has many sudden turns and many a blind spot, which can make pressing one's luck with the gas pedal a dangerous test of fate. One driver met such a fate speeding one night, and now even in the day, many have witnessed a 70s Camaro with one headlight pull up behind them and challenge them to a race. A race that will not end well. The tales of ghosts don't end there though, as many have even claimed to see a hitchhiker seeking a ride, and when pulled over to pick up the hitchhiker, only to see them just disappear into thin air. Another tale is of a young boy who died after being struck by a car on his way to school one morning, and now some claim to see bloody handprints appear on signs along the road, and by the morning the prints are gone. It has also been said that when the moon is full, one can see the bodies of people hanging from the cottonwood trees. A reminder of a dark and horrible past of the country, and in Colorado as well. There is even tales of skinwalkers roaming the area too. Perhaps the most known, though, is the story of the gates of hell. It is said years ago a man went insane and burned his mansion down, trapping his family inside while they slept. The man was never caught and never faced any charges. All that is left of the mansion now is an old rusty iron gate. It is said that a lady in white can be seen wandering the road by the gate in search of her children, or possibly in search of her husband. She has never attempted to harm anyone, and most who have seen claim to see her in the rearview mirror as they passed by the gates. It is truly unknown if all these stories are true, but if you're feeling up to it, perhaps a drive down Riverdale Road may give way to an interesting experience. Just be sure not to race the Camaro. Connecticut, one of the smallest states in the US, home of Yale University, and entered the Union in 1788. Also the birthplace of famous people such as Katharine Hepburn and even Mark Twain. It as well has had its fair share of urban legends and paranormal happenings. One such place is that of the abandoned old town of Dudley Town. This story begins all the way back in the 18th century, in what is now known as a little town of Cornwall. The Dudley family came from England and helped to create a thriving community. It had rich farmlands, and the booming iron industry boosted trade and business in the area. This allowed many to make Dudley Town their home, and over the years the farmland dried up and the iron industry slowed down, which resulted in many moving on. But there was also a curse known as the Dudley Curse. This curse followed the family for years and resulted in many of the family falling victim to many different calamities, from suicide, madness, illness, to members of the family mysteriously dying. When the last of the Dudley family died off, the town was abandoned and no one lived there anymore. Those that have managed to visit the old town have seen strange animal-like shadows stalking the area, and hearing disembodied voices, or simply just feeling the sense of dread as they wander the place. The place has a strange and unnerving lack of wildlife as well. And in the 1970s, the famous Warrens declared the place demonically possessed. The place has been home to almost all kinds of paranormal activity that could be named, even the sighting of floating orbs to people seeing full-bodied apparitions wandering the area. Today, the property is privately owned, and is home to the Dark Forest Association, a mysterious and militant group that patrols the place now, as well as law enforcement that will arrest and prosecute any who trespass the land now. So it would be wise to stay away, because if you aren't caught by those that patrol the town, you could fall victim to the Dudley curse, or what else could be lurking in the old town. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Perhaps click the bell for notifications, and remember, hell is empty, and the devils are here.